What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy, Tommy G, here with the Friday edition of the Stay Cashin show, Weekend Bets edition, and we got a lot to fucking talk about. Bill Rupp will be joining us shortly. He came in late, told us he had a phone call, and then left, and then he'll be back in. So very patented Bill Rupp right there. No, he's not
all over the place.
Yeah. So he came in and was like, "Stop! I'll be right back." We're like, "We're starting without you." So we are getting going here. We got a lot going on today. We got a lot of college football games tonight. We got conference championships starting tonight. We got college basketball rocking all weekend. We got NFL. There he is. So we got college basketball rocking all weekend. Howie's going to be joining us in about 15 minutes to start going over the college sports. Bill, is there TV in the background? You can turn down. We're going to do some hockey. Killed hockey again last night. 2-0 in hockey. Killed everything yesterday. So fun day, fun game. We're going to fucking extrapolate on it today and absolutely destroy this weekend slate. So Luke Hoffman, how you doing?
Fantastic. It's Friday. I love Friday. I'm feeling good.
You feeling good? You're feeling good? Final day of work. Do you work? You don't work weekends, right?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like when my work week starts. Monday's my. How you feel today? No. Tomorrow is going to be my Monday. That's why
I would have been happier. I would be more happy if Josh Jacobs got 75 yards, but you know.
What did he end with? I didn't even see it.
60 something.
Did he? Well, I mean, listen, we hit almost every single thing we gave out on the
show.
So.
Yeah, but
yeah, it would have been nice.
I'm being a little greedy.
The Great Zabowski, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just got home, took the wife to lunch to spend some of that Mike Evans money from this past weekend. So
all right.
Good day.
Nice. And Bill Rupp!
Let's go!
Holy shit!
You happy?
Oh yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay.
There he is. Look at you.
Well, I mean, listen, all the freeloaders lost out yesterday by you moving me and taking me out. Again, Bill Rupp killed NFL football. Completely destroyed. Gave out 4 touchdown players. All 4 of them scored, including the first touchdown. Another live bet. Another builder killed. Every one of my plays hit except for both teams to score 2 touchdowns. Half Green Bay fucked that up. So again,
you know why that didn't hit, Bill? Because they fucking want to throw inside the fucking 8 when you have Jacobs rushing at like fucking 6 yards a clip. I mean, these coaches are insane. We're going to talk about this game last night because it was fucking absolutely insane, and they got away with that shit, Bill. But I would like to readdress you saying that because you were moved, that you weren't allowed to give your plays. First of all, every time I moved you, Hoffman moved you right back. So you only would have had to wait like 3 seconds to get back there. Second of all, you threatened me, so I have to move you once you threatened me. Third of all, the move didn't cost them the plays. You leaving cost them the plays. So I believe that's your responsibility. You rage quit the show.
No.
And then you stayed in the chat right now.
So C-Web had sent me and you some shirts.
Oh, did he?
I told you the other day.
Yeah, I didn't know you got it.
I was going to wear it on the show today and had it outside of the shower. But Jenna came in from outside with her muddy feet, jumped on top of me right before the show, got the shirt all dirty and my pants. So I had to take it off and put on this shirt. So there is the reason, T-Web. I didn't wear it today. Today, I actually had it all ready and it's actually in the wash right now being washed.
All right. Well, speaking of getting washed, we washed the sports books yesterday. That's for damn sure. If you are not signed up at 4 Deep, I don't know what the fuck you were waiting for or what the fuck you were doing because literally it's every sport. It's every sport. It doesn't matter. Just pick a sport and we just fucking kill it. That's one of the benefits of having a team of like 10 different handicappers who specialize in 10 different things and kind of dip their toe in other areas, right? Whereas most sites have 1 guy or 2 guys doing every single sport. And listen, those of us who do a lot of sports, Bill, you know better than anyone. It's hard once you got to research 5 sports in one day and put out bets for it. So we have a good rhythm here where on certain days I lay off these sports and I know the guys handle that. And then I jump in on this and we're really in a rhythm right now. And we are kind of heading towards the back end of retrograde. We're pretty much out of it. I felt like I left it over the last couple of days. Bill, I know you're a big retrograde guy. So you should be happy to know we're through retrograde and you go back to normal.
You are a complete moron.
Yes, I am. All right, let's talk about this game last night. So, Bill, I was definitely the first person in the world to say that Dan Campbell is an absolute fucking retard. right? And it exposed itself last year in the playoffs. I keep leaving Detroit out of my power rankings simply because of Dan Campbell. It has nothing to do with the team. I like the team. I love the players. I've been an Amon-Ra guy. I love Montgomery and Gibbs. I love everything they're doing there. Dan Campbell's a fucking idiot. And I told you guys last year in the playoffs, after doing what he did in the playoffs last year when he could have iced that game, he's so egotistical that now he's pot committed to be that guy. And the worst thing that I think could have happened to Detroit is for it to work so well last night, right? I think Bill, it worked perfect last night. 2 4th and 1s. He got the touchdown. He went for it for fucking what the fuck are you doing?
He didn't get to 1.
Well, I mean, 5 for 2 and 5 for 6 or 4 for 5. Listen, you go 4 for 5 on 4th and 1 and you're in the Hall of Fame. So that was a Hall of Fame type performance to get that there. But when he was going for it on Bill on that last thing before the field goal, we're all sitting here like, what? We had 3.5 and thought we were good. I thought he was going to keep going for the touchdown and not even stop and settle for the field goal. They should have lost that because Goff got his foot tangled up and fell down and luckily got the handoff off and they luckily got the play down. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life because Green Bay had no timeouts. You're a team that relies on your defense and how strong you are. You were that scared of Jordan Love getting 30, 40, 50 yards in 30 seconds with no timeouts that you had to go risk your entire drive to do it, Bill?
Hey, I got to break this up. We have breaking news.
Okay.
There's some rumors going on that according to
social
media, Carlos Mendoza's son has accidentally leaked Juan Soto to the Mets, 15 years, $700 million.
Yeah, I told that. I put that in the chat earlier today.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, Tommy was just talking about it on the phone.
All right. I was going to say, it was just popping up on my phone, so.
Yeah, it came out. It came out early this morning. I don't know how true it is.
We'll see. We're supposed to find out today, right?
And if it's 15 for 700, then you can have them. That's
honestly, in my opinion, if it's 15 for 700, buy. Give me Santander and Garrett fucking Burns. Buy.
See you later.
You got a good 7-8 years coming out of that contract, right? Like he's definitely, like Bill has said from the beginning, he's definitely 32, right? Like he's not fucking 27.
He's around 30.
He's 30, 31. He's not. So you already have a
he's older than me.
Like how old do they claim he is right now? 26.
I'm 35. He's older than me. 100%.
They say he's 25 still.
He's 26, yeah.
26, all right? So he's really 30 at minimum. 45? You're going to be carrying this guy till? 45 years old? With him playing the field and good, you can. I don't want him. If that's the case, if it's 15 years, $705 million or whatever, I heard Jim Bowden talking about how they're going to make sure it's over the Ohtani number. That fucks your whole team up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dodgers would be the only team that could do that, and they'd probably defer $500 million of it. $500 million of it. I can't believe you have to say $500 million. They defer $500 million of it down the line. Like defer, like you'd still have $250 million and have to defer $500 million. But that's disastrous to a franchise. You cannot have that unless the Ohtani deal only makes sense because of the deferment, right? Like that's what makes them allowed to be able to go get guys like Snell and all the other guys that they could bring onto their team. But what do you guys think? Where's he going?
It's either Yankees or Mets, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Hal doesn't counter if that's the number. Yeah, like I said from the beginning.
Is there any is there lines on the sports books now where he's going?
There should be by this
I
point.
can't do that stuff in PA, so.
I don't see it on FanDuel.
No,
It's someone in the chat. We don't have to waste time looking for it. Guys, if you see anything in the chat,
I'll keep an eye on it.
Dude, I mean, this is going to be interesting. We're going to see. I don't even think we find out today, honestly. I think this takes a little bit longer. With the amount of offers that are coming in, when you have 4 teams like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Dodgers all playing who's going to give more, and Scott Boras in charge, I would not be shocked if this thing drags out in the next week because 15 years, 700-something million. What that tells me is he probably didn't want to go to the Mets, and the Mets had to keep upping their offer to a number that's absolutely astronomical, an amount of years that's absolutely astronomical. But we'll find out about that. No reason to waste too much time talking about it. We talked about it all offseason. Zab, back to you for the game. Actually, Hoff, let's go to you since you're the Lions advocate here. What's your thoughts on this? Where do you think listen, as someone who roots for the team, do you think that was insane?
Yes. Absolutely insane.
Do you agree that he's never going to stop now? He's pot committed, and that's his brand now?
100%.
That's his brand. Like, you are going to watch a playoff game against the Packers or fucking one of these teams who can hang with them where he's going to do that. They're not going to
There's only 2 teams that can, so.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that was mind blowing.
So I'm in good shape right there. You know.
Yeah, luckily you're in the NFC, not the AFC, where you got fucking like 17.
Like, listen, like right now, like I wouldn't mind playing the Packers again. Like I think that they're better than them, but the Eagles, no, the Eagles will beat them.
I mean, I think that'll just anything 4th and 2 or less in an Eagles-Lions game is just going to be straight go for it. Analytics nerds are going to be in heaven watching that, but. Yeah, listen, they won. Most important
conversion rate for both of those teams is fucking astronomical.
Yeah, but listen, it is, but it only takes one in a spot like that, right? It only when you're doing it tied in the first half or without a lead, fine. Once you have a lead and you have the game in control and you start giving the opportunity, I mean, listen, they didn't get it at their own 30. That put Green Bay back in the game, right? So you got to be a little more careful with that. I'm all for going on 4th and short, but that was a little bit crazy. But we scorched earth here on the show. Bill scorched in his hashtag. I even had bets they gave out on here that I didn't even put out for the subs. The Jordan Love rushing prop and sit. So we had a big day yesterday. Everyone scored touchdowns. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. So that was nice. Any other news or anything we got to cover before we start?
Amon-Ra has just become a decoy.
I said it on the show yesterday.
Basically, I don't know how happy he's going to be with this going into next season. Especially if they don't win a championship. I don't know, and I don't see them winning a championship because I don't see them winning in Philadelphia on the road.
Listen, the problem is
right now they're not in Philadelphia. So.
I was gonna say,
they're not gonna have to do it at this point.
Look at the schedule.
Yeah, like you said yesterday. Yeah, but you said yesterday. Yesterday's game was big. I know.
It was, but look at the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, they still. I mean, it's not as bad as it appears, though. I mean, they got the Bills game next week, which is going to be like do or die, right? Like that's going to be a monstrous game. But then it's at the Bears, the Niners suck, and the Vikings. So I mean, they'll probably go 3-1 end of the season.
They'll win those 3. They'll win the last 3. The Bills game is going to be important.
Yeah, the Bills game is going to be the game to see. But then again, you could also have the Eagles or Minnesota catch another loss at some point, and they don't even need to win that game.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles going to play the Steelers, so.
Yeah. So I think they end up with the 1 seed.
Is that in Pittsburgh or
Philly?
I actually honestly don't like when it comes to playoffs, when you look at it as someone who's fucking backed a franchise that's fucking complete shit with the Jets. It almost, Bill, who was it that you were saying Nick Saban? Who was saying it's actually easier sometimes to play road games in big spots?
Deal with the recruitment.
Right, because the Lions, what happens is that fan base fucking, like they're all cocky right now because it's free. We saw it last year in the playoffs. That stadium went from a fucking Kiss concert to a fucking a morgue the second that game got close last year when they lost because they're so used to losing, right? Like you could brand it the brand new Lions all you want. The second you start to blow a game, it becomes same old Lions, right? And you don't see it in the regular season, but you see it in the playoffs. That stadium's going to get really quiet because those fans are going to get really stressed out if things start to go sideways. And you're going to have a coach who's stressed out, a quarterback in Jared Goff who's either incredible or horrific, usually very good, but I just don't see it.
LaFleur last night wanted to fight the fans.
Yeah. What did you see? Did you see the interview? What happened with that?
Yeah.
The fan was like getting in one of the players' faces and like doing I'm going to cut your head off and we're going to kill you and stuff and being disrespectful. So that's when LaFleur stepped in. He says he's never seen something like that in all of his years of coaching, a fan doing that to a player. So.
He's never seen a fan telling you that it's over and
not on the field in a player's face saying like, I'm just telling you what he said.
Yeah. And by the way, Matthew said they lost on the road. Tommy rides bad takes the bottom. You're obviously a Lions fan. Your life fucking sucks, and your team will never win anything, and you're angry. I'm talking about the Rams game. I'm talking about the wild card game to start that when they were home against the Rams, and that shit started getting sideways. They should have lost that game to the Rams. But this it's going to be interesting. We're going to see. I think the Super Bowl champion comes out of the AFC. That's probably going to be the bet that I'm going to put down. It's probably minus 120 or something like that. Especially with the Eagles and the Lions being so strong, you probably get it maybe even as a dog. But we'll see how that goes. Anything else from yesterday? Penn State came out here yesterday, dropped a little video. I think I mentioned it 47 times on the show that Penn State was my favorite bet of the day. Absolute just shit stomping. Just walked out and just mollywopped fucking Purdue as an unranked favorite. That's obviously a strategy that I've been using for a long time. People are starting to catch on to it, pretend it's theirs, especially in our own Discord. But it's that was an easy win. And then in hockey, sweep. yesterday. So good day yesterday. Ready to get back at it.
Automatic win every freaking time. Towns Brunson 20+.
There you go. The Knicks won, right?
If they're up by 50 or down by 50.
That's the one spot you gotta love Tibbs, right?
Yeah.
You know it's gonna leave him in even if they're up.
They were up almost 40 and they were still playing. So, I mean, the books are definitely going to catch up on it, but I think I've only lost it once.
Yeah, that seems to be like the equivalent of the Jonnu Achan reception play, right? Where you just go Jonnu Achan 3 receptions, and every week it's just fucking auto hit.
Yeah,
alt them down a
some
little
of the
bit.
books are catching up to it because there was a big difference yesterday in some of them.
Well, DraftKings had it at minus 175.
Yeah, and
on FanDuel, like I said, had it 117. So, and it was 103 the day before or 2 days before. So it's going to go up, but I'm just going to keep pounding it every day until it gets up there till I can't bet it anymore.
Yeah. So let's start there actually, because we got Howie coming on in about 8 minutes, so I don't want to go too long. So let's start with NBA. Today is a cup day. Keep in mind for any of you who are new.
No,
it's not. I thought it was Tuesday, Friday.
No,
that's over with. That's group play.
See, I was just about to say, for those of you who are new here, I hate this fucking sport. I despise NBA. We give a ton of NBA bets out. I give 0 outside of Cup champions. And I'll be looking at my 2 teams, knowing nothing about the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors. We're live. But so it's not a Cup day today.
Nope.
When does the Cup start back up?
Tuesday,
and then it goes back to Tuesday, Friday, or is it just Tuesdays now?
I believe it's Tuesday and Friday next week. I know Tuesday's the first.
Well, yeah, then it goes to Vegas, and then it's over.
Then they go to Vegas.
All right. So now we have everything situated and set. Who's your favorites, guys? Who's winning it? You got the Knicks.
Knicks
Bill?
are the favorite.
Oh, yeah, right.
Knicks and OKC are the favorite.
Knicks and OKC. All right.
I don't think either of them win it.
What do you guys like tonight?
I'm looking at Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah.
At Boston. If everybody's playing, you gotta wait for the lineups. But getting 8.5 right now, the way they're playing, it's a lot of points.
It is.
So I'm definitely on that. I like.
What's going on with the Lakers? Their line
I was just going to say,
is someone out because that line jumped from 1.5 to 5.5.
The Hawks are literally like one of the hottest teams in the NBA, and the Lakers are literally one of the worst teams in the NBA right now.
Yeah, because this line looks like it's exploded. Jesus Christ! I see an open of 1.5 and a current line of 5.5.
So right now, Trae Young is the game time decision. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, they're all game time also. Reeves is still out for the Lakers. Another game. I mean, they've just, ever since he's been gone, they just can't win.
Dude, it's so funny, dude, because the easiest way, a little trick for you guys if you're going through like injury news and stuff like that to kind of find out who's injured, just go to DraftKings and just click on a tournament for that day and then just click all, right? Because like right now, I just did that for the NBA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 7 players, price-wise, LeBron, Curry, Embiid, Tatum, Davis, Wembanyama, and Antetokounmpo, are all questionable or out. So like 6 out of 7 at the top, and then you have Banchero and Young. Banchero is out and Young. So you have literally like 80% of the top players questionable every single day. And then you go below that, which is funny, Huff. You go down to like the fucking 9K range where you get the De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards, and all them. You can't find a fucking Q tag for the next 30 players. So it's only the fucking superstars at the top that are always littered with the questionables every single day. And then you get to the fucking Aitons and Turners and Giddies. Just clean, straight down. This fucking league's a joke, and these players are a fucking joke.
Should we go to our tonight? Franz? Hans and Franz plays tonight.
Always
He's for 30 points. His thing is 27.5.
Yep. I'm going back to De'Aaron Fox tonight. He didn't play well last night. So I'm going back to his points. I believe it's 23.5 on FanDuel. So I'll be taking that. I'm also on, like what Hoffman just said, I'm all over Wagner. He's been on fire. His points are today. I think he drops 30. So I'll be doing 30 plus for him. I might even bring up Fox and him, both 30 plus on my parlay.
Yeah. I'm actually, I'm with the NBA. I'm like a fucking, like a girlfriend who their boyfriend just turned them on to sports, and the first thing they say is the thing they love, right? Like I've watched about 8 minutes of NBA this year, and the 8 minutes, like I told you yesterday, was Franz Wagner going off. So he's my favorite player in the NBA right now. So Huff and I'm not on the Magic train with you, but
you could be on the Magic train.
I'm there. I'm there, right? I used to be a big Anthony Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal guy. I have Magic jerseys. I could pretend I was a fan for a long time. So, but yeah, I'm on the front.
They're gonna be a problem for a while.
And I liked your calls on it 2 years ago, even when you started jumping on it. So you were first on that Magic train. So I'm coming with you. So there's room on the There's room on the bandwagon. Let me hop on.
Yes.
After I left the Knicks, fucking garbage. I almost went to the Knicks.
Well, you're wrong on that because Carl Towns is
listen,
like MVP right now.
Can't root. I gotta love the team.
Gotta love the team. The fucking big bong.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't
fucking
do it.
Awesome.
Can't win with him.
Knicks. I said it here. Give them a month. Give them a few weeks to gel. They are dominating the NBA right now. And not even that, they're killing teams.
Yeah. Give him 4 months is what I'm telling you.
You see the thing that OG does after the games where he grabs the microphone from the reporter?
Oh, yeah, I saw him doing that.
He got like he was like embarrassed yesterday because he did it and Towns walked by. He's like, "You can't do that. That's his job." OG like put his hands behind his back and he was like real timid. He was like
yeah. I would bet LeBron. Someone in the chat said LeBron's questionable. I would bet that he's not playing today based on this line.
Yeah, he probably won't play.
Looking like LeBron's not going to fucking see the court today.
Well, it might be good because did he make his threes the other night, Bill?
They were 1 for 6.
He's 1 for what? 1 for 20.
Is everyone in the world screaming about how great he is from 3 now?
1 for his last 27, I think, or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Completely can't shoot at all. The whole team can't shoot. Anthony Davis can't shoot. It's like baseball. Like hitting is contagious.
Yeah.
You know, when everyone on the team just starts hitting.
Yeah.
Basketball is the same way. Nobody on the Lakers can shoot for shit.
What it is, Bill, it's emotional. Like I always say, the Latino teams, right? Like the teams that have a lot of Latino players end up being extremely up and down because they're so running on emotion, right? LeBron's like that. When LeBron's at the top, he's fucking happy and want to be around him. When LeBron's struggling, he's a fucking little bitch and fucking crybaby, and that energy spreads through the team. So
yeah, this might be his last year. This might be it for him.
I think it's going to be this year.
I wouldn't be surprised around All-Star break if he announces it at the All-Star game.
To get the fanfare.
Yeah, to get the last couple months of him, like Kobe and shit like that. Because I don't think he'll just
think he plays after. I think if he this year or next year will be his last.
I think this year. Well, his team is bad.
Well, Hoffman, you were talking about the Vegas thing, right? Like, isn't he supposed to go and like buy a franchise in Vegas or something like that?
They're going to make him the owner of the Vegas team. Look at Howie. He's on his brick wall.
There you go. Howie looks like he's ready to. Howie's look like he's ready to take a Bill.
Howie, how do you always find the one brick wall in the city just to stand in front of?
Dude, they're everywhere around here. There's a guy right behind me. I swear to God, if I turn away, he's gonna come up and try to fucking boost me right in the ass.
By the way, I need to do
the alley.
Howie literally every time he comes on when he's walking around the city, it looks like a prison selfie. You know, like Bill, when the guys line up, take the selfie against.
Remember when the guy in the chat got mad at Howie because he was giving walking around on the street? He's like, "We're getting bets from the guy walking around on the street."
You can't hear me.
All right, let's get Howie's picks before he gets arrested. Yeah.
Hey, let's see a drive-by. We're about to see a drive-by.
And not have AirPods.
You know what? Mine. I got to recharge them. Fucking, I'm walking down the street. Buddy, you got to turn that fucking shit down. Seriously, you got to turn that down. I'm talking to someone. Turn it down.
Yeah. Anyway,
Howie was here, man.
Yeah, you got a little band playing behind you. Is that a car?
Yeah, he's got South Carolina license plates on it.
I hope you're not in New York City so you don't get shot by that guy.
Oh no, that's definitely like 3M. I'll tell you what, I'm about to go down with like 4 MS-13 guys. I think I can take them.
It would be great for our show if someone just walked up behind Howie and just.
I mean, it'd be good for ratings.
These guys all come up to my waist, so I got a shot.
Yeah. Are you the CEO of any large insurance companies or anything, or do you have any ties there? As long as you're not, we should be okay.
Dude, you're just gonna see pop.
Yeah. Pop. Listen, put the show on the map. That'll definitely happen. Yeah. So let's see. All right, how we do? We got Is that guy making a turn soon or no?
He just turned it down. I'm telling you, I gave him a look. Dude, this is an undercover cop look right here, fucko.
Zab, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull you out for a second. Stay on, just so I get the 4-box so that we could use it if we need to clip anything. All right, let me just do that. There we go. All right, how we doing? We got a big weekend of college football coming up. We have a great college basketball time of year, which has started. This is like the point where you start to really have a lot of data underneath you to make some good decisions. I know me and you have been pretty hot. Like last night was easy. Starting to get a little easier. Even the losses, right? Like I had North Carolina the other day. I was telling everyone they shot 2 for 30. You just write that off. Like you can't do anything. What are you gonna do? You know, there's nothing you can do there. And
North Carolina, I'm telling you, this is the first time in 20 years they have absolutely no front court. They have no one down low. Nothing.
Yeah,
they usually got Baycott or someone. Yeah.
Usually they don't have monster down there.
Yeah, they have absolutely nothing down there. So I'm done with that team. I'm done with that team. Yeah, I'm done with them.
Tonight I like 2 games. I like Brown. Brown goes to Bryant. Brown's been playing unbelievably lately. I think they go to Bryant and probably beat them. Mm-hmm. They just beat Vermont in Vermont. Nobody does that. And I like West Virginia tonight.
Keep talking for a minute, Howie. I just got to send a tweet. Go.
I like West Virginia tonight. They're playing home. Who the hell is that against? WVU. They're playing. I don't know. They're like an 8.5 point favorite.
Georgetown.
I think they win by 15-20 tonight.
Keep going. Give me another second. Let me just stall here. Go.
Those are the only 2 I like, man. The rest. You got Siena playing at Niagara tonight. That could be a good game. Niagara could win that game at home against Siena. Hey, if you notice something, the last 3 or 4 days. Mm-hmm. Home teams, I don't give a shit who's playing who, but home teams, that's like a 5, 6, 7 point. It's a bigger advantage this year than I've seen in a while.
And it fits the funny thing is that's why I feel like I'm getting hot the last few days because everyone was playing in fucking Atlantis and the Bahamas and all that shit. One of the most important parts. I mean, Hoffman, I went actually 2 months last year without betting a road team once. So that's one of the most critical parts of my system. To be in there and fucking bet home teams. So I'm very excited. It's probably part of the reason why I feel real good.
Look what Maryland did to Ohio State the other night. Mm-hmm. What the fuck, man? I mean, home teams are getting out of the gates quickly and they're winning.
Nasty, dude. That big guy is nasty.
Yeah, he could be the best big guy in the country.
Yeah.
Whole team.
And I mean, you saw Duke.
The whole
Duke beat Auburn, and that was 100% home.
Yeah, Duke was straight Cameron Indoor that fucking won that game for him.
Isaiah Evans comes in and bags down 6 threes like out of his ass.
Yeah, as long as you can avoid going 2 for 30 like North Carolina, you should have a big home court advantage right now.
Yeah.
But we've been hot. So Howie, those are the 2.
Brown and West Virginia, both of them.
All right, I have a small player. I don't really like this slate at all today.
No, it's terrible.
It's a really bad one, and we have the thing about it is I'll have more plays for the subscribers at 4 Deep by the time we get these games tipped off. I'll probably have a couple plays, but realistically, I mean, we got college football conference championship games tonight and tons of other sports to bet. I'm not going to be forcing. I do have a small play on Sacred Heart. I think they should win that game. They are again at home, as we were just talking about, right? They flipped from an underdog to a favorite in that one, so I wish I would have hit it earlier today. But I do like that game. Howie, part of me is thinking, like, Indiana's laying 20 to Miami of Ohio. Like, is Indiana deserve to lay 20 to anybody?
No, that game worries me. Miami of Ohio is a team that could probably beat them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that seems like so many fucking points.
It's too many. It's where I look.
I mean, Miami Ohio is 5-2 too. It's not like they're fucking like a shitty like. Indiana has no business laying 20 to anybody.
No. That's a game where Miami of Ohio wins the game and Woodson gets fired.
Yeah, so I'll probably end up having to play on that. I'm going to have to dig into it a little bit more and see if there's a reason. I obviously am not well abreast on the Miami of Ohio injury situation, so I'm going to have to dig into that after the show, see if someone's hurt, because I feel like that line should be like 12, and it's like 20.
How are you even going to find that out?
It takes me hours.
That sounds like it doesn't even exist.
Howie, people don't understand how hard it is for people like me and Howie to do a whole slate of college basketball and college football. Because even though there's sometimes just as many games as there might be in other sports, there's millions. But you can't find the information. Like, because we're not betting only North Carolina and Duke. It's hard.
You got to know someone. You got to call because look, here's the.
You got to have a network, right?
It's
true.
No, you do, man.
You got to have a network.
It
yeah.
sounds crazy, but it's.
I have like 5 guys, including Howie, that I reach out to, and Howie has 10 guys, including me, that we reach out to and talk. Like, you gotta bounce things off each other.
I got Boise State at plus 15,000 to win the national championship, and everything was fucking hunky dory until last night. I got a phone call from my boy, my best friend in Boise, Idaho, and he said that they're up against it tonight. They're in deep shit.
Yeah.
And it basically comes from a standpoint of injuries. Boise's got guys hurt all over the goddamn field. They're not announcing it. And it's going to be very tough for Boise to win tonight. Put it that way.
Yeah. Kababble. Get fucked. I'm researching 30 plus countries and 100 leagues in soccer.
And half of them and like 70%.
Well, here's the thing though. Here's the beauty of it. And listen, Kababble's right because he's betting like Iran versus he's betting something that looks like a war on Fox News, right? Like he's betting like Israel versus Iran in fucking Pakistan or something. But the thing about it is though, Kababble, you get to just do that laser focus on that and that only. So you get we got to jump from college basketball to college football to NFL to baseball to fucking all this other shit. So we appreciate you. Thank you for your service, Kababble. Go back to researching Pakistani fucking soccer.
Yeah, Turkey's got a really tough one tonight, I think.
Yeah, him and fucking Zeke's mama bet the
Serbia looks like they're going to get bombed
Howie,
tonight.
they bet the Tijuana League, the fucking cartel soccer.
Yeah.
They crush it. They score like 8 goals a game.
Howie, I got to play. I got to go on, Howie.
Yeah, Ireland was favored by 2 goals, but they fucking went on a 4-day bender. So, Turkey, those Muslims don't drink. They were ready for them.
They were ready. Howie, I got a question for you in your wheelhouse. Another game in college basketball before we pivot out to the things people want to hear about, which is college football. Georgia State tonight. I kind of like them. That's your wheelhouse. You love all the Georgia teams. What do you think about Georgia State laying minus 130 Kennesaw?
Yeah, well, I mean, Kennesaw's loaded. I mean,
Kennesaw's good. Surprised they're favored. It looks like a trap line.
Yeah, they beat Rutgers, correct? Didn't they beat them? They beat them.
Yeah.
They beat Rutgers.
They did.
Kennesaw, yeah, it does look like a trap line because that's going to be a close game. They're both identical. Georgia State's got a few older guys, 22, 23-year-old guys that can play. That'll be a close game.
Yeah, so I looked at that line, and I figured Kennesaw would be a probably 3 to 4 point favorite. So seeing Georgia State as a favorite and it catching money, this thing opened at like minus 114. It's up to like minus 130 for Georgia State. Kennesaw's got the hype after a big win or two. I think Georgia State wins this game in a little bit of a trappy situation.
Yeah, they probably do. They probably do.
Yeah, so, all right, that's enough college basketball. We'll have some more plays on the site later, unless you got anything else, Howie. Nope.
No,
college football. All right, let's go to college football. Yeah. Tonight, conference championship games. We'll start with the one that everyone's overlooking. This is Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky. Obviously, not many people give a shit about it. I'm sure half the people don't even know it's fucking happening because it's in there with a bunch of college football playoff games this weekend. But tonight, we have 2 games that will have 0 impact on the college football playoffs, but 2 teams that I personally, along with Howie, have been feeding off throughout the whole entire season. So we'll start with the least exciting of the 3, which is Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. I think Jacksonville State goes in there. This Jacksonville State team, if a lot of people haven't seen them before, is a really fun team to watch. I mean, they play fast. I think they have like 45 rushing touchdowns on the year or something. Like, they're getting in. So my favorite play on this game is actually on FanDuel. It's a prop. It's under player specials. And it's 1 rushing touchdown to be scored in each quarter. This is something I've been doing a lot throughout the year. We've been having a lot of success with it. And Jacksonville State is my favorite team to do it with because they can hit you with their quarterbacks, their running backs. They got wide receivers fucking carrying the ball. They only have 11 passing touchdowns this year. And Huff is basically the same as Daly and Horvath. He's rushed for 1,000 yards this year. They run kind of that triple option style offense. 43 rushing touchdowns they have this year. 43. So 80% of their touchdowns come from the ground. What's that?
Speaking of touchdowns, man, I don't see this guy scoring.
I was just going to say, leave the fucking old people alone.
He looks like he plays for the Jets.
He looks like Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. But
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I like that rushing touchdown.
Western Kentucky played these guys last week? What was the score? It was a low-scoring game. I agree with you. I think everything turns around and they light it up. And Jacksonville probably wins this game by 2 touchdowns. Western Kentucky, I don't even know if that quarterback's going to play tonight.
Yeah.
No, I think they've mailed it in. I personally think they've mailed it in.
Yeah, I love what these teams just played a low-scoring game last week. Like but here's the thing. Everyone's going to look and see that game had a total of 36 and this game has a total of 60, right? So that ended 19-17 and the total 60 today. Every donkey's going to be on the under running it, and I think J-State runs it up.
Yeah, I think it goes over.
Yeah, I think it goes over. I think it's going to be a lot of touchdowns. And I think Jacksonville State's going to be able to run all over them. Let's go to all right, next game on the board, Howie. You're driving over to New Jersey if you're not there currently for the Army Tulane game. Now. I know Bill Rupp's going to have a lot to say on this, so I'll let you start, and then we'll go to Bill, and then I'll give my take.
Well, over under 45.5. I'm all over the under for certain reasons. Army again is up against it tonight. For them to win, everything has to go perfectly, because one thing you don't know, and you will find out quickly, is that their whole defensive line is banged up. Their starting defensive nose tackle, who's the key to their whole D, I don't think he's going to play tonight. They have a couple D-backs who have injuries. They're hurting, man. Army is hurting on the defensive end. Their offense should be okay, so if they can get the ball and control tempo. But, look, Tulane's good. It's a really good team. They've played probably better teams. It's going to be I think they can win. I do think they can win, but I'm all over the under. I don't think it's going to be a lot of scoring tonight.
All right. Don't hate the under on that. I'm actually on Army, as you would expect. I think Tulane's going to have some trouble. I think people are going to look at that Navy game and see how Tulane handled Navy. That wasn't Navy. That wasn't the Navy. That wasn't Horvath. It was fucking Braxton Woodson. Horvath really was completely irrelevant in that game. That's the game where he was playing, where his thumb was fine, and then they realized he had back spasms. And he kept coming in and out. Woodson was fucking all over the place. I think Woodson had 24 yards rushing, and Horvath had 25. So I don't use that as a judgment. I throw that game out. Army is a little bit banged up. I think if Army was fully healthy, they might even be a favorite in this game tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's just value.
I'm telling you right now, even I'm telling you right now, this line should be probably Tulane minus 6.5. Because from what I heard yesterday, man, Army is really struggling with injuries right now.
Yeah, I'm betting on the offensive side of the ball here. Yeah, I think my favorite play in this game, Howie's probably Bryson Daly first half touchdown plus 100. So
he should.
Even when we went to the Army Notre Dame game, Bryson Daly was in the box right away. Bryson Daly's only minus 230 to score. So that's going to be a key piece that I'm going to be parlaying with everything. So if you're going to do one thing on this game, I'm going to probably do Bryson Daly touchdown with Jacksonville State win. So that comes to plus 119. You take Daly to score at any point. You take Jacksonville State to win on the money line. You're plus 120. That's probably my favorite college football bet of the night.
You got to remember something too. This game's at Mikey Stadium. It's going to be 25 degrees there tonight. It's going to be a little windy, cold as shit. How's Tulane going to react to that?
I like that. I think that's the main reason I love Army tonight. Tulane's a passing team, bro. This team's relying on Mensa. I think it's going to get sloppy. It's going to get ugly. I think Army takes it, but we'll see. Bill Rupp, Army gets killed, right?
Yeah, all over Tulane. Love them. I think Daly scores. I have that in my parlay for the weekend, but I'm all over Tulane.
Bill, you have the perfect bet here then.
I don't even think it's close.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with Bill just because of what I heard yesterday. I mean, I think they'll put the magic together. I think they can control shit on offense and make it interesting. But for them to win, man, it's just got to be one of those perfect games, and I think they can. But they got a lot of injuries on the
Bill, you have a gold. You have a jackpot here, Bill. You have a jackpot here because if you look at Tulane, they're minus 196, right? So you're going to want to bet that on the money line. If you bet Tulane and Hughes, the guy on Tulane most likely to score a touchdown, it's minus 113. If you bet Tulane and Daly because it reverse correlates because you're getting a touchdown on one, it's plus 145. Mm-hmm. So if you do like Tulane, Daly's scoring today, guys. It doesn't. He even scored twice against Notre Dame.
Yeah,
right? Like Daly's getting in the box.
So.
Yeah, Daly's scoring.
I think so.
Yeah, so Bill, you could actually flip both. You could do Tulane, Daly. Yeah,
I'm going to Jersey to bet it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all over Tulane. Like I said, I love Daly too. He's in my weekend long parlay. But I mean Tulane, I don't even think this game.
You think they just run them?
Yeah, I think it's just over early.
All right, we'll see. I'll be the lone wolf on the Army train here. See if we can end with a strong suit. Howie Dewey, what are we doing with this Boise game? You just started talking about it. What do you got?
Oh, fuck, man. I'll tell you, I mean, I got I talked to the guy that's close to this damn program, and he said, Howie, he said, holy shit. He said, we got some issues tonight. It's going to be tough. They're hoping for every kind of bad weather, freezing. That's what they're hoping for in Boise, because UNLV comes in pretty much 100% healthy, one of the best receivers in the country. They had Boise down going into the fourth quarter that last game, and they're coming in, and Boise is beating up right now. They got guys on the defensive side, a couple guys on the offensive side hurt. I'll tell you what I'm doing, Tommy. I am going to alt line it to UNLV plus 7.5, and that's what I'm playing. I'm playing that with everything.
All right, so you're alting that up.
UNLV's plus 7.5. Plus 4.5, I'll move it up to plus 7.5, and I'm going to par them with everything.
Yeah, I'm a little bit torn on this one. This is the one guy, that's why I saved it for last, that I'm gonna have to dig into the most. I mean, if you're looking at, obviously, Ashton Jeanty's an absolute fucking psychopath. He's a complete psychopath. Literally, everyone was talking about how he was slowing down after a couple games in the mid ones. Drops fucking 267 and 6 touchdowns. Like week one last week comes back what was it? Bread the season. 226 and 1 last week. The problem is how he's not getting in the box as much, right? Only 2 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks compared to 6 the prior. I think Boise wins.
3 guys on the offensive line hurt.
Yeah, I think
3 guys on that old line that are hurt.
I'm probably gonna fucking just. I need to see weather. I need to see injuries. I need to see who's playing. I can't make a decision on this game until probably 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a different on the old line. They got 3 guys hurt. 2 of them I think are playing.
Well, we know 2 of them are questionable. So.
Yeah, my buddy was like, he said, "Dude, we're beaten up badly. This is going to be a friggin' dogfight tonight."
Yeah, so I don't know. I wish I had a strong take on it for you guys. I will by 6, but I don't have anything right now. And then this weekend, obviously, we got a monster.
I'm all over Boise in that game too.
You like Boise?
Yeah,
I'm on it. I'm not going to lay points. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I laid the 4.5.
Hudson Street, yeah, right there, man. Right, you're right there. Yeah.
Now he's definitely getting shot.
It's great. You got to see me and Howie running around drunk in the city. It's bad. Yeah, I like Boise. If I do that, I'm basically using daily touchdown as my key for everything today. So I like Jacksonville State. I'm going to pair it with Daly. I like Boise. I'm going to pair it with Daly. Just get plus money on all that.
My big par that I'm juicing is I'm taking UNLV plus 7.5. I'm taking the under in the Army game under 51. I'm moving that to 51, and I'm taking Oregon straight up minus 3.5.
Mollywop that game. I love that.
I mean, that's the one I'm betting a child on.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Penn State
Oregon
sucks.
wins by 21.
Yeah,
Penn State sucks, and people are about to realize it this week. Yeah, I agree. Oregon every way possible. So we don't need to spend much time on that game there. I like Arizona State in this game versus Iowa State. I was getting trolled in the chat for it a little bit. I think Arizona State, man, this team's a wagon. I think they win. You're on ASU too?
That's who I got. I got Arizona State money line.
Since that Cincinnati loss, which if anyone watched it about 8 weeks ago, they should have won that game. That was a really weird fucking game. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. This team's been awesome. I mean, they just absolutely eviscerated Arizona last week. And I know Arizona isn't a great team, but when you don't have that Arizona State rivalry on the road, you usually are going to at least keep it close for a period of time. Arizona State just went in there and said, get the fuck off my lawn. Sent them out, beat BYU the week before that, beat Kansas State the week before that, beat UCF. They win close. They can blow teams out. Arizona State wins this game against Iowa State this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Texas, Georgia, Howie?
I like Georgia because they have to win this game, and ETN's back. ETN's back. So
yeah, that's going to help a ton.
And look, they beat him the first time. And
yeah, just Beck is so bad now.
The game's in Atlanta.
Beck is so bad. I just can't bet against him. Beck.
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah,
but I think they get it done again.
I mean, Etienne's tremendous.
Back. Yeah, he's back. He's healthy.
Yeah, so we'll give you. You'll have to wait on my call for that. Howie's going to be on Georgia.
What do you guys think of? D-Rock wants to know. What do you think of Matson over 219.5 for Boise?
Just depends.
If he can stay healthy and doesn't get his teeth kicked in, I would think it's probably you know what? I'm not saying that because if that weather is shitty and cold tonight,
that's what I'm saying. There's so many factors there. You have a line that may be missing 3 guys, or it may have all 3 guys playing. You got a quarterback who's probably averaging about 220, 230 a game. And if Ginty gets rolling, they're going to just keep riding Ginty. They're not going to take any chances. So I don't hate it, but it's the weather situation. Got to see what the weather's like.
He's a good quarterback, yeah.
Yeah. They're good. They're a good team. And then the other game, what's the other game I was missing for this weekend?
The big
Clemson, SMU.
Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. Clemson, SMU. I mean, I can't bet against SMU because I think they're probably better, but this game's in North Carolina, and Clemson, if they lose, they're 100% out. If they win, they're in. I don't like the game.
I'm on Clemson.
I'm on SMU. I
don't like the game.
I'm on
SMU.
Hey,
South Carolina smacked them last week. I mean, look, the ACC, besides SMU, the ACC's pretty shitty.
What do you mean? They won with like 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, you're saying he punched them in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't beat South Carolina, I mean, shit. What are they? They're like the 6th best team in the SEC.
Yeah. What were you saying, Bill?
I mean, I can't bet against SMU. They're just
Clemson lost to South Carolina last week, Bill.
I know. I said they just lost. They lost in the seconds of the game.
Yeah, I like fucking.
They led
SMU.
the whole game.
I think this SMU team is one of the most underrated teams in the country. I think no one's giving them any respect.
I mean, they're by far the best team in that league.
Yeah, and so now what happens here? Here's the question: what was the thing, Bill, that we were looking at? If SMU were to lose, do they get knocked out of the playoff?
Probably because
I think they do.
Sankey's already on TV today, already saying how Alabama's getting in. So yeah, I mean, they probably do get knocked out.
I think they do. I don't think they put.
I don't understand how everybody and their mother down south has Alabama 100% in no matter what happens. I don't get that.
Name value. I don't think they did. I don't think you can move out Alabama for SMU, right? Like that's the thing. I don't think
the playoff committee chairman already said that any team who's not playing this weekend won't be out. So
they've also said any team, but any team that's
they also a liar. Listen,
no, but they also Bill. They also said that any team that loses their conference championship game isn't going to be penalized for it.
Yeah.
So you have which is it, right? SMU wins. If SMU loses, you could play the side of, well, you can't take Alabama out because they said no one's coming out, but then you can't take SMU out because they said your conference championship game is not going to take you out. So
my whole point is, how does Alabama get in with 3 fucking losses?
The SMU should be in
because he said that they're 3-1 against top 25 teams.
Listen, they have played a really tough schedule, and they are Alabama.
They played tough schedule, but they also lost to Vanderbilt in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I mean, listen,
they're judging top 25 wins more.
Guys, if their name was fucking Tulane, they'd be fucking with the same record and schedule. They'd be 19. Right, it's just that their name's Alabama. That's the only reason why, because their name's Alabama. But
I mean, it's amazing.
All right, Howie.
But yeah, I mean, they're good. The SEC is going to get 4 teams in this thing.
Yeah,
they are.
They're going to. I think it stays exactly how it is, and you just conference championships just switch. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I think everyone else just sits where they are. Maybe Penn State drops down to 5 or 6, moves Notre Dame up to 5.
Hey, how about this? If Penn State loses by 30 or 40, are they still in this playoffs?
I think they are, even though me and you know they suck. But yeah, probably.
It's just, I mean, you talk about
don't move them down to 10. I mean, they just have played no one, and they're not good. They're not a good football. I hate Penn State this year.
South Carolina would beat them by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they had one game to prove themselves this year. I mean, they against Ohio State. They've only played 2. I'm looking right now, 2 ranked teams. They played Illinois, and they only scored 21 on them. And then they lost to Ohio State, which was their game to make a statement at home. And then nothing else after that. It's all unranked fucking Big Ten trash. They even started the season playing Kent State, Bowling Green. They didn't challenge themselves early.
Well, Penn State or Ohio State, one of those two is going to get matched up with Tennessee in the opening game, and they're going to get rocked.
Yeah, I have no confidence in any Big Ten team except Oregon. That's it. Oregon, which is not a Big Ten team, right? Like they're not. So they just entered. All right, Howie, we appreciate you, my brother.
I'm headed to Jersey.
All right, good. Stop. Let's grab burger. Hit me up. Later.
All right.
Great Sabaski back in the picture. Zab, we're going to do a little hockey here first, then we're going to go run down on the NFL here. So
let's go.
Let me know what you got for NHL. I have 2 plays on the board here to keep the hot streak going. Told you guys yesterday, gave you 2 plus money plays. Both of them won. Canadians and
a little breaking news in hockey.
What do you got? What do you got for me?
The Rangers just traded with the Ducks. They traded Jacob Trouba to the Ducks.
Quack.
So that just happened about 20 minutes ago.
That just happened.
So the Rangers are shipping players off now.
Uh-oh. We gotta see the reason
Danny's
for that.
probably not happy.
Danny's gonna have a fucking panic attack. But yesterday, Kraken plus 114, Canadians plus 115, both came through. Today, I have 2 plays that I'm on. Do you have D-Rocks? Does anyone know what D-Rocks on?
Yep. My God.
Don't tell me. I'm
never
gonna guess.
do.
I'm gonna actually. I know who I'm on. I'm trying to see who he's on.
I have a parlay.
I think
and one dog.
Okay, I'm going to tell you who the parlay is then, because this I know for a fact. He's definitely on the Wild.
Yep.
Okay, and is he on? It's either the Devils or the Canucks. Which one?
Devils.
All right. And then my dogs are Capitals plus 125 and Stars. By the way, I do like that Wild play a lot. Stars. What was the line on that? Minus 118. So I'm on the Stars minus 118, Capitals plus 125. And what's D-Rock on?
He is on the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 160.
Penguins, huh?
Which, I like that play too, going up against Rangers. Crosby always plays pretty well in Madison Square Garden, so I do like Crosby to tack on a goal in that game.
All right.
I might have to use my boost on him.
Yep.
Has he hit his thing yet? Has he hit his thing that you've been waiting for him to do?
Yeah, he did. It took like the one game I didn't bet him too.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to bet the Penguins, the place to do it is Caesars. I don't know if it's still there. Let me just go check. Continue in browser. As I'm seeing that Caesars says plus 180 and every other site's like 155, 160.
Let me see. I have a little app for this.
I got an app for that.
Best
NHL. Pittsburgh, yeah, they're plus 180 over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to bet Pittsburgh, that's the place to do it. I'm sticking with just the Caps and Stars. I do like the parlay, and then I'll be rooting for Pittsburgh on that side. All right. Any other sports we got to go over before we get
one NHL play?
All right. What do you got, Zach?
Devils over a half goal in the first, parlayed with the Rangers over a goal in the first period. Both of those teams are league leaders in goals in the first period, plus the Pens give up the most goals in the first period in the NHL. So,
all right. Rangers, Devils, both to score in the first period. All right, I think that's it for the secondary sports. We got nothing from Kababble. Kabable's got his stuff going.
Got Mike in the waiting room.
Mike's in the waiting room. All right, so let's get to NFL first, and we'll bring Mike in and do some UFC. Let's go to NFL. Boom.
Are we doing our Rupp's Rules contest? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Phil, what happened last night? Tommy G takes the lead?
Tommy got a 3. Yep.
Tommy
Now
G,
Mike just left.
Tommy
Splash.
Splash.
By 1 point.
Splash. Tommy goes out on a limb. Saw Hoffman was at 10 points. I was at 8. Had to fucking come out. Fucking drain one on him. Get back on top.
Yeah, but Hoffman still has 3 picks. He only
doesn't matter. As of right now, if the world ended, I'm in first.
No.
Like you said, Bill, it's not records, it's points. I'm winning. Just points. What's the point total, Bill? Read the point total.
Hold on.
Tommy's not wrong.
But it's your rule.
I got 10.
Your rule.
If the world ended today, Hoffman wins because the week's not finished.
Nope. I was smart enough to get it in early.
You don't.
I'm winning.
You can't remove points from me.
That's the ducky if the world ends today.
No way.
Yes.
Vetoed as of now, the scoreboard.
First of all, it's Rupp's rules, not yours. You want to be?
I love Rupp's rules,
Start
dude.
your
I'm
own
fucking
contest.
dominating.
How about Tommy coming out bang? Bang. Bill, do you know what? That actually makes me 5-2 in the contest. I know you love records.
No records.
we don't do records.
We don't do records.
Tell him, Zab. No records.
5-2 against the spread for Tommy G.
No records.
5-2 against the spread.
There's no record.
All right. Do you want to start off with the contest, or do you want to start off with let's run through the NFL and then we'll do our bets at the end? How about that? So we can get all the news and everything like that out. Zab, talk to me. What do we got going on in the high level overview? A lot of
injuries to watch out for this weekend. It's gonna.
And before you go into it, for those of you playing in your seasonal leagues where this is the last week of your league, and you have guys like Lamar, Derrick Henry, Nico Collins, Jaden Daniels, McLaurin. Dude, I feel so bad. There's so many people in make or break weeks who have like that Lamar Henry combo who are just like, I'm fucked. I got nothing this week.
Imagine if they wouldn't have gave a bye.
Start fucking shitbag Purdy and fucking.
I have managed in every league to avoid like all the mess this week. It's insane. I'm just missing Henry. That's the only thing I'm missing.
These are addicting. These little donuts.
What do you got there?
Weren't you eating like a bag of those a week ago?
Oh, dude, I've been crushing bags of these all week.
Tasty cakes. Gotta love the tasty
I've
cakes.
been eating like a bag of.
Did you see the fake tweet from the RFK Jr.? You know how he's the health czar now. The fake tweet that was going viral that they were banning Happy Meals and banning Uncrustables, and everyone got like 2 million fucking retweets. Dude, it's a smart thing what that kid did on the parody because he made the name so long that parody's off the screen when you look at it.
And it's bad because I initially looked at it and it was Doritos, and I goes, well, shit, there goes half my business.
You know what?
Dude,
you know what the most eaten snack in the NFL is?
What's that?
Uncrustables.
Dude, I literally was going out.
They're everywhere. Uncrustables are everywhere.
Unlike the Rupp
I have them in my house all the time.
Yeah, everyone loves them. Man, I was just talking to Maddie today. She's obsessed with Uncrustables.
They're the best thing ever invented.
Yeah, they're great. But,
easy,
dude, I swear to God.
Don't touch any of those in my fridge.
No, I was looking at a prison. I was looking at a prison trick here, Bill. When they banned cigarettes and everyone was hoarding the cigarettes and everything like that because they knew the ban. I was literally about to go out and just clear the shelves on Uncrustables everywhere because they'll be worth so much money. You just keep them in the freezer and they would have been fucking banned. Oh, we're going to make a killing. I was going to be selling Uncrustables for $100 a box.
You thought those were going to be banned.
Probably would be Mr. Uncrustable.
Oh, just $100 a box. Boom.
Fucking peanut butter and jelly.
No, people want the real one. They want the real Uncrustables. That
you just make them.
Well, Bill, then why do you have $1 million in your fridge?
I would make Ruppables.
Why do you have them in your fridge if it's so easy to make them?
Ruppables.
Unruppables?
Unruppables. That sounds
Unruppables. Yeah. Bill's telling everyone to make them. Meanwhile, he's got a fridge stacked with
That could be a t-shirt. Let's put Bill's face on the wrapper and make it.
Unruppable. That's what it should be. I'm unruppable. All right, Zab, what do we got?
All right. Breece Hall is doubtful. Cedric Tillman is out, still with a concussion. Malik Neighbors, questionable. He's got a hip pointer. Goddard's out, or doubtful. DK Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, both questionable. Ladd McConkey, he's been limited, so I guess he's going to go. It's a big game for them Sunday night. CeeDee Lamb, he hasn't been practicing. And DJ Moore and Swift, both questionable. They haven't been practicing either. So pay attention big time to your seasonal leagues this week. If he's available, grab Braylon Allen right now. I posted it earlier. Grab the guy. And
you have, honestly, I mean, everyone knows it, but you have Mason and McCaffrey both out for the San Francisco 49ers. You got Tyreek Hill questionable. Evans questionable. Who else do we have here? Bucky Irving questionable on top of what's happening.
Those guys practice today.
They're probably all going to play, but they're still listed as questionable right now. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a shit show. Got like why do they have the bye this week? Like, it's so unfair in two different ways. It's unfair that you got to wait 13 weeks to get your bye when you need a rest. And it's also unfair that you're going to be the team rested heading into the final stretch run. So NFL needs to do what I've been presenting forever. Having a bye in week 4 is bullshit because you're not even tired yet. And having week 14 is bullshit because you're exhausted by that point. NFL needs to take 2 weeks in the middle of the season and just fucking give every team off. Just split it up, right? Just take half the teams, give them off in week 7, and the other half play on a featured slate, right? So you have half the game. So we got a Thursday night, a Friday night, a Saturday night, a full Sunday, and 2 Monday night games. Space it out and let all those teams get a spotlight because you have a small. And then the next week, those teams are off and the other teams play. Every team gets their buys. It's kind of a mid-season kind of NBA Cup type thing. They can even do a little fun tournament or something with that. But they got to stop with this shit. It's completely unfair that some teams are getting buys in week 14. And like, there's a lot of teams right now that needed to buy 3 weeks ago. Like, look at the Ravens. The Ravens are falling off a fucking cliff.
Yeah,
right? It's probably because they're fucking tired, because they're a physical team with a running quarterback and a bruising back, and they haven't had a bye all fucking year. So they're limping to this, but they've just eaten 3 straight losses on the way there.
Meanwhile, like the Eagles have a bye in week 5 and just don't lose.
Right, and they're just yeah, exactly.
Train and just
dude, 2 weeks, week 7 and 8, 2 weeks, half the league, get it over with. Done.
Plus, you could send half those teams across the country, like, do the London games.
That's when you do. That's when you do them all, right? That's when you do to London, you do Germany, you do all that because they're going to be off next week, right?
Yep, exactly.
That's when you get it all done. So,
and don't they? There's no buys in like week 12.
Yeah, and then there's last week, wasn't it? Wasn't it last week that there was no buys?
Yeah, last week or the week before there was no buys.
So fucking
13,
stupid. Whoever made this shit is fucking retarded. But anyway, let's go to some bets for today. Bill, what are you liking this weekend?
Let's see. I am going with Jerry Jeudy all the way over 68.5. I mean, that's Jameis's favorite target. I think that gets up to the 70s by Sunday. I'm all over him. 68.5 receiving yards. Love it. And then my favorite play.
By the way, staying on that game, Bill. Last week when I said Jameis Winston interception minus 165 was a joke. It's 290.
It's 230 on DraftKings.
290 on FanDuel now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's definitely.
How was that not minus 300 last week?
Pittsburgh, that's why.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's Jameis Winston, that's why. Jameis Winston in a big game. Minus 165 was a joke last week.
My favorite play, I did a max bet, gave it out the other day. Giants, Saints. I love the Saints. I did Saints minus 2.5 because it was 3.5. Now it's up to 5.5. And Eagles money line minus 122. That is up to 147 now on FanDuel. Still love it. That is a max bet. I don't do max bets often. I think the Giants get killed. They have all types of people. They're tanking huge. DeVito's not in again. It's Locke. So probably do something with Locke's rushing again. But the Saints should just destroy. Kamara should have a monster game. Alvin Kamara is going to absolutely kill the Giants. The Giants have, I think, 2 or 3 offensive linemen who are hurt. They might not even play. The Giants are tanking. They want the number 1 pick. They've even said it. They have Shane out there scouting Shador and everyone else.
Well, Shane should be out.
He will not be out.
That's what he should be. Out there, not out there.
He's done a good job.
Dude, Bill, what he did in the offseason supersedes all of it. Supersedes all of it.
How do you know, though? It's only because we saw it on TV.
No.
That could be every organization. We don't know. We have no idea what happens. We wouldn't know unless we saw it.
Dude, he should have never drafted Daniel Jones. He should have never been shitting on Daniel Jones for the last few years. Should have never gotten rid of Saquon Barkley. And honestly, I don't agree with the neighbors pick either.
He didn't draft Daniel Jones.
Well, or he kept Daniel Jones at that point. You had to either make a decision. You had to get Jones out or keep both of them. You can't get rid of Saquon Barkley. That's fucking fireable. It's fireable. It's done. You're fireable. It's fireable offense. You got to be out.
He built a great offensive
line. And he's
line.
a piece of shit who everyone hates. You can tell everyone fucking hates him.
Built a good offensive line. Built a good defensive line.
And a team that's got 2 wins. Good job.
That's what you have to do.
They're a great team. Great team with 2 wins. You did a great job.
You have top.
No wide receivers.
You have a top rookie running back now. You have a number 1 wide receiver. All you need is a quarterback.
And about 9 more wins.
I think the Giants are doing the right thing, building like that. But I'm all over the Saints this week. It's already up to 5.5. It was 3.5. The Saints should absolutely destroy that team. Max bet for me, minus 2.5. Eagles money line, minus 122 the other day. It's 147 now. Still love it. Like I said, I don't do max bets often, and I'm all over this.
Okay. I'm going to be going. We did the hold on one second. Did the Thunderdome this morning with High Slop, so go check that out. Slop's Locks or Slop Rules on YouTube. It was myself, High Slop, and Lucy with the Walking Bets. Lucy Burge. It was a good show. One of my favorites. She was talking about the Carolina Panthers. I was talking about Adam Thielen on that show. I find it hard to believe that show didn't move the Thielen line because it was 38.5 when I was on the show, and now it's 45.5. for Adam Thielen. So that line's jumped 7 yards. I put in 50 plus 160, I think it was. Even 45.5 is a fucking joke, Zab. I mean, I've been on Thielen all year, picking him up in all my leagues. I have him fucking everywhere. He's the number one target. Positive game script for passing in this one where they're going to be trailing. He should have had fucking an extra touchdown, another catch in the end zone. $120 last week. How the fuck is Adam Thielen still being set at 45 yards?
Tough matchup for him.
It is.
I think it's Quinion Mitchell. He's pretty tough in the slot. But the thing is, they're going to be dropping back a lot, especially towards the end of that game. And then if they're up 20 points, you're not going to see any of those defensive studs in that matchup.
And they're not going to be playing press man or anything like that.
No,
they're going to be giving you those 5-7 yard underneath. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Thielen ends up fucking with 30 yards in the fourth quarter.
I was about to
40
say
yards
that.
in the fourth quarter. Like John did that day when we were like, wait till the end of the game. Like this could be one of those wait till the end of the game and Thielen goes ham in the fourth quarter. But
this is a game where Thielen might have 15 yards at halftime.
Yeah, and then end with 75.
And then he ends it. Yeah, exactly. So if his line drops pretty heavy, I wouldn't be afraid to hit it again at halftime. So that's something definitely to watch out for Sunday.
What do you like, Zeb?
I got to go back to my boy Mike Evans. I know he's questionable heading into the matchup, but he needs to average still 100 yards a game to hit his 1,000 yards. It's going to be something I bet every single week until he hits it. So over 69.5 in this matchup versus a weak Raiders pass defense that is terrible against the outside wide receiver. They give up top 10 production to the outside wide receiver. Jack Jones on the outside, he gives up top 15 catch percentage, and the other guy's ranked one of the worst cornerbacks in the NFL. So Mike Evans, he's going to eat. You're going to see a positive game script too, just because the Tampa Bay defense, their secondary is bad. So you're going to see Brock Bowers. You're going to see Jacoby Myers with big games too. I like Brock Bowers. He doesn't have a line right now, but I do like that. So
okay. And then in the chat, if you want to answer that question right there, Braylon Allen.
So Braylon Allen, yeah, I would lean him depending on where you are. So right now is a perfect time to depend where you are. Do you need this win? If you need a win badly and you're down bad, Judy might be the play there. But if you're up, you're guaranteed the playoffs. You just need a safe play. Braylon Allen's the play because
Braylon Allen's I was going to say the same thing. Braylon Allen's your floor play. If you like your team or you got to a good start on the Thursday night game or you're playing someone you're better than, you go Braylon Allen and just lock in carries and touches. Yes. If you need upside, Judy's probably going to be your upside play, as we just saw last week. So another question there is CD Lamb actually playing this week? Who cares? Yeah. I mean, Kim, it's a good question. But
don't bet that guy.
Yeah, don't go near him. He's not going to. I think Kim means is he actually going to try this week? But no, Kim, I do not think he's going to try. I think CD Lamb has given up on the season. I think he's going to fake an injury, and you'll probably only see about a half of CD Lamb before he fakes a hammy and misses the rest of the season. He doesn't.
Depends your lineup for him. Yeah. If you have someone you can guarantee, it's going to guarantee a better play Sunday. I'd play him. So, yep.
Yeah, and Navy and Army's next weekend. That's not this weekend. So, Army-Navy game is next weekend, December 14th. Let's keep going here with the NFL. You can grab, let's see, patch Constantino in here since we're moving towards the UFC side. Constantino, what up, buddy?
Yo.
You scared him.
It's like you had to put the tissues and the fucking lotion away.
No, I was just listening to you guys babble without your NFL expert on, so I decided.
No, we have him on. That's why we brought you in now. Yeah. So we already have the experts. Now we want to hear your opinion. So what do you like?
Good expert picks you had. This is a week I like to bet live, especially when they start to pull some starters out. Like I don't anticipate Saquon Barkley getting a big load this week. They're in the best spot, as far as running the ball. I've been waiting for the Gainwell props to come up. I think you're going to see a lot of Gainwell this week. So as soon as that prop pops, I'm going to bet it. And if not, I'll be hitting it live. So I'm looking for spots like that where, you can get some good value guys, if the line's not set right. A lot of big lines. I mean, a lot going on this week. But pretty much I'm going to be betting a lot of live betting this week.
All right, so we had to bring our best NFL guy on to tell us.
Basically, tell you had nothing, and he was just going to do.
His touchdown props plus 250.
Yeah, I do like that.
To Gainwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but he's not really a goal line carrier. I know he does get it, but it always scares me what hurts. But I'm going to smash his rushing and receiving combined props as soon as they pop. Tommy, it's the anticipation. I'm giving you the bet before it's even up, so you guys can hit it.
There you go. I love it. All right, let's do this. Mike, go to UFC, and then we're going to do Rupp's rules right after that to end the show. So what do we got in UFC this week? We're going back to football after this with the picks.
Yeah,
guys,
we actually got a really good card. I mean, we got a good card this week. It's a lot of good fights, fun fights, big lines though on a lot of fighters that should win. So it's really tough, to really pick your spots. I mean, you see something that you don't see often in the UFC where they're bringing in a debuting fighter to be a main event. Which is,
I was just going to say, Pantoja's fighting. Who's this guy?
Yeah, Kai Asakura. He's the Ryzen champ in Japan.
Oh, really?
And Pantoja basically cleaned out, the division.
Yeah, I love Pantoja. Everybody. Yeah.
So Dana went and got Asakura, who's coming in as a main event. It may only be like the second or third time ever that a debuting fighter.
I think he did it with what's his face? The kid we watched at UFC, short kid, jacked, who was going to fight McGregor. Why am I losing the name?
Michael Chandler?
Didn't Michael Chandler walk in?
I can't confidently remember who, but I do remember it happening, but it's just not often. But, Asakura, he not only good, he's just a huge social media presence, double the followers and subscribers of like Sean O'Malley. And
he's got the whole country, right?
Japan's a huge market. Yeah. So it's an interesting spot. And with the fight being at the UFC Apex, it's another interesting little, angle there.
Dude. Mike, this is one of the best cards I've ever seen.
Oh, it's a great card. Look at
I'm just looking through it right now, dude. You go all the way back to the beginning. You got Chiesa and Max Griffin, like the third fight. And then you got Aljamain in the middle, fucking Luque, Smith, Reyes, fucking Bryce Mitchell, Gracie, Gagne, Volk. I mean, this looks like this is fucking awesome.
Absolutely great card. But again, the lines are a little,
You got a lot of the minus 400s here.
Minus 1,200, minus
Chase Hooper.
750 and all.
Dude, you got
lines.
Chase Hooper, Guida, Michael Chiesa, and Max Griffin as 4 of the first 6 guys fighting.
Yeah,
that comes right out the gate hot.
Yeah, and they added back the Weidman Eric Anders fight. Not that everybody's so excited.
That's fun. It's fun.
We did have a play on Anders prior to getting canceled, so no reason to not go back to it. I mean, I think he controls Weidman. It's not the official free bet this week, but I mean, at 104, I bet it when it got canceled. I'm sure we're gonna have it again.
Wow, it's an awesome card. Holy shit!
Oh, it's a really good card. Yeah, it's a fun one. One I'm looking forward to.
It's so balanced, dude. They usually don't do this, right? Like they usually don't balance the cards out that well anymore. It's a lot of top heavy and then shit or early and then a girl fight.
This is the good when you come off a week off,
Yeah.
And
no, this is great. So give me a little bit. Talk to me a little bit about what we need to know about the kid coming in from Japan. What's his style? What's his angle? What's his path? Is there a path? And then give their free bet.
Oh, yeah. No, he's definitely a path. He's a very good fighter. He's a solid fighter, like I said. And
where's his edge?
Pantoja is pretty much good everywhere, and so is Asakura, but he's known more as a knockout artist. He has 13 knockouts in his 21 wins, and he has been knocked out in 3 of his 4 losses. So he's somebody that likes to get in there. He's all action all the time. He likes to bang. Pantoja is more of a submission artist. I mean, he does have knockouts, but, he prefers to grapple. Asakura has never been submitted, so it's actually an interesting, matchup with like the power striking of Asakura against Pantoja, who's efficient everywhere, but better on the ground. So that's a fun fight. But the one I'm looking most forward to is the co-main event. My boy Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Wearing the dead. What is he wearing on his head?
God. I mean, he trained the falcon to hunt and kill and all that thing. Remember, he wears the falcon.
I love it. Yeah.
His personal falcon killed the animal he wears on his head. Yeah, I mean, he's fucking great. He's 18-0 with 18 finishes. I mean, every fight has been stopped, and he's fighting Ian Gary, who's very good, 15-0. What a great co-main event. And to make it even better, these guys have trained together. And a lot of the talk has come out this week of who got the better of who. I hate to do that in training because training's training. You're supposed to put yourself in bad positions. You don't know if like one guy was getting shark tanked or whatnot. But the buzz is Rakhmonov submitted Gary. I do anticipate the fight to go very much like that. I think that Gary's good on the feet, and so is Rakhmonov, but I think Rakhmonov's edge is on the ground. They made Rakhmonov a 400 favorite, so it's almost unbettable for me. But if that was like 250 even or somewhere down there, I'd bet Rakhmonov. Still like him. It's a great fight, but it's one that, you just really want to watch and, enjoy.
Mm-hmm. What's your
heavyweights? Cyril Gagne against Alexander Volkov. What a great fight that is.
That headlines like 90% of cards.
I mean, Evloev against Sterling.
You got
Aljo.
Bryce Mitchell, who's fucking like 5th fight from the top. Like,
he's another big line though, because he's fighting Kron Gracie, who has vastly underperformed in the UFC thus far.
Wow, that's fucking great.
But for a free bet, I'm going to go with an underdog. I'm going to give you guys a straight play on an underdog for the free bet, and it's Cody Durden. Cody Durden's someone I like. He's like a real junkyard dog. He likes to wrestle. He pushes a high pace early. Van's good as well, but he's more of a striker, a high-volume striker. Interesting intrigue here where, Durden starts fast, sometimes slows down. Van starts slow and then speeds up. It's the only part I don't like about it, but I do think Durden, who is bigger here, he's got a 2-inch height, 2-inch reach advantage, and he's the wrestler. I like the bigger grappler a lot of times versus the smaller striker. And, Van underwhelmed with a loss to Charles Johnson just 2 fights ago. So I don't see any reason, why, Durden can't come in here and put him away or even finish him. So I like the underdog price. I took 136 on DraftKings. I took right before the show. So your free play is Cody Durden plus 136.
All right. I don't hate that at all. I like that kid. You're the one who put me on to him. That kid's got some heart. And I'm just excited for this card overall. So we're going to be in there. What time's it start, Mikey? We start 6, right?
6 o'clock. I got to address a comment in the chat. Mark Carper, no dance recital today? Well, Mark, I don't know if you're a dad, but dance
no dance recital last
every
week.
Weekend.
No dance recital last week either, Mark.
Must have missed that picture.
They're only once a year, Mark.
Yeah, and they weren't last week.
Yeah.
We never got our picture. We never got our proof.
Well, you didn't accept the bet. I don't answer to you. I told you I couldn't make it. I could make it after a time, but I did say I'll bet you $100.
Listen, we still don't know you're there.
So you want me to produce proof without a bet?
Yes, because if I bet you $100 on it, you're going to go.
I was there anyway. You just
we don't.
Want me to prove
listen,
it? You got to pay, baby.
Listen, we don't know. It's like the moon. It's like the moon. Is it real? Is it not? We don't know.
Pay to play. Got to pay to play. So Mark Harper and Zab, you guys can be stand-up comics and make fun of me all you want. If you have a little girl, you're going to do.
They do. The Mark and Zab. Mark and Zab both do, and they would have.
Well, then you should both know dance recitals only once a year.
I know. I would have been there though. I wouldn't need $100
All right, Mikey. All right, Mikey. We'll catch up with you. I'm excited for this card this week.
Right,
it's gonna be awesome. All right.
Have fun,
later, brother. All right. Oh, hold on. What'd you say? I cut
you
off.
Go listen to you talk about me and make jokes now that I can't defend myself.
Oh, we do that anyway. Yeah.
Out.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, Bill. Rupp's rules. Let's get it. First, give us the leaderboard.
From last week, Hoffman.
No. Current.
No, from last week, Hoffman.
Current leaderboard.
First with 10. Tommy has 8. D-Rock 7. Bill 3.
Well, I just switched.
Zab 3. And
Bill 3.
Bill 3. Yep.
You just forgot your own?
No, I had mine under Zab. That's why.
That's where it should be. Yeah. And I'm at 11. And I'm at 11 now, just so you know. All right, Bill, what do we got to do?
No. You're not at 11. Stop adding points.
I'm at 15. All right. Hoff, what do you like?
I'm starting off.
Yeah.
3-point play. Dolphins.
I already have mine written down.
-5.5.
What is it off?
Dolphins -5.5.
All right.
Going right at the Jets, huh? What boy?
Always.
Like it.
Okay.
2-point play. I'm going at another one of Tommy's teams. Bills -3.5. Revs are terrible.
Ooh, yeah. No, I like that too.
Okay.
And then
I have neither of those so far.
1-point play. Chargers +3.5.
Okay. Yeah, Kansas City primetime never covers. All right.
Yep.
All right. So Hoffman, it's your 3 is actually Bill. You can run through it.
Hoffman's 3 is Dolphins 5.5. Bills is his 2.5 -3.5, and Chargers +3.5 is his 1.
All right. I will go second so that Bill doesn't claim that I'm in the back and I'm cheating. I'm going to go Tampa Bay Buccaneers -6.5 on Sunday. Think they go out there and handle the Las Vegas Raiders, who are absolutely abysmal. Think that Chiefs thing was just fucking completely factioned, just trying to keep them involved. Coming off a big game, I think they go out and get mollywopped by the Bucs. I'm also going right back to a game I won last week which is the Seattle Seahawks. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. Wish this was 3. I think it was 3 at one point. Plus 2.5. I'm picking on that complete bag of shit midget, Kyler Murray, and going against the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm going to make Seattle my biggest one of those two, and the Bucs my 1-pointer.
What? You're
What?
changing it now?
What did I say initially?
You said 2 and 1.
Okay, so the Bucs were the 2. I want to keep what I said.
No, you have a 3 and a 1 that you have to do.
That's what I told Bill.
Yeah,
What?
3 and a 1. You did.
I
2
had
on
told Bill I
Saturday.
had a 2-pointer. He told me it was a
I
3-pointer.
wrote 3 yesterday. I didn't know if he did 2 or
This
3.
is what I tell you. You got to
I
check
wrote
Bill.
3, so I don't know.
Whenever I told him it was a 2-pointer, he's like, it was a 3.
2-pointer.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me it was 3. And
All right,
listen,
so what's your 3?
this is the negative of doing
What's
any
your
Rupp.
3?
Hold on, I want to tell them how bad you are at this. This is what happens every fucking contest you do at Rupp. He makes a mistake and blames it on you. So I will make. Now I got to make a serious decision here. If it's a 3, I'm gonna go with the Bucs as my 3-pointer. Bucs 3, Seattle 1.
All right.
As the co-champion right now.
You want D-Rocks next?
Sure.
Yeah.
He has the Bills minus 3.5.
As his 3?
As his 3. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Bears 3.5. Seahawks plus 2.5.
What does he have? Bills.
He has
What was the second one? Bears. Bills. Bears.
Bills,
Seahawks.
Bears, Seahawks.
I actually like. I almost. All right. Bill, what do you got?
Let's see.
Because you know every time we run a contest, Hoffman, that I win,
I'm on.
Bill's screaming,
Saints.
"You always get to go last. You
Saints.
always get to go last." But he's always at the end.
Be
If you know.
quiet so we can get out of here. Saints.
That's not the point of a show
-5.
to leave. You can leave whenever you want. You did it yesterday. Go on.
Yeah, and everybody missed out on thousands of dollars because of
They
you.
made tons of money. Go on.
Doubt it. Saints minus 5.5 is my 3. Pittsburgh minus 6.5 is my 2, and Bills minus 3.5 is my 1.
Wow. We're on a lot of different games, all of us. Seems like everyone's on the Bills minus 3.5.
Zab,
Like
I
honestly,
think the
this week I
Steelers
wish-
are 5.5. I would check that. I just did it, and they were 5.5. So
it might have changed. It was
double check
6.5.
because I have the Steelers.
Yeah,
as
it's
my
6.5 now.
Okay.
Steelers.
I'm good with that. So I have Buffalo 3.5 minus 3.5 is my 3-point play. The Steelers as my minus 6.5 is my 2-point play, and the Bucks minus 5.5 is my 1-point play. I gotta get back to my
Nice.
Bucks.
It's going right back to what had happened with the Texans. Bills are going to win this game by 3. I hate to break it to you guys. Everyone's on them but me, right? Everyone's on the Bills.
I think me and D-Rock are on them.
Cross country
Hoffman
on
on
the
it?
road. Cross country on the road. 3.5-point favorite. Should win by 10 to 12. Coming off a big win.
They're one of the best teams to cover in the
That's why I
NFL. I gotta
didn't-
keep an eye on them.
I'm Team Rams.
The Rams are awful.
honestly,
I'm a
this week
Rams
I wish-
fan.
This week I wish we did 5 picks because I had like 5, but I didn't pick Seattle because they just flew across and now they're flying back.
Yeah,
And
I love Arizona this week.
Yeah,
Love
they're gonna
Arizona.
have
I mean, we all know that.
That line looks like a red.
Arizona needs this win. This is a huge.
They both
win
do,
for
right?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both do.
I
And-
don't like
yep.
that they fucking went to the New York, had to play from behind and use all that energy to come back and then have to go back.
Well, I
and
mean, they're
play.
not going back, though. Arizona's right next to fucking Seattle. I mean, it's
No,
not.
yeah,
Oh,
but
they were
that's
just in
Seattle.
New York and now they're going back. Okay.
Yeah.
New York,
Well, I mean, they've been back for like
So they
4
gotta go
days.
down the bottom, all the way down the country.
Seattle's extremely banged up. Their secondary.
Oh, they're fucking.
Woolen's banged up.
The
It's
good
not
thing-
gonna be easy playing the little bag of shit. Fucking.
The good thing is they're playing that bag of shit Kyler Murray, and he'll end up losing every bit. Listen, this is the time of year. I told fucking Bill and you guys, wait till the end of the year before you start telling me I was wrong on Kyler Murray. And he is
Are you
just
the worst
fucking-
at quarterbacks here?
Obviously not, because he's getting
I
his
hope one
ass
quarterback
kicked.
to do anything.
I hope they lose. They got their under
Listen.
7.5 wins. And I'm fucking. Let's go.
Oh, so you got a nice
Don't
hedge. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. They scored 6 points against Seattle last time they played them. So we'll see if he could do better than that this time. But this should be interesting. Bill, any other bets that you like for this weekend or anything other thing you're looking at?
Nope.
Nothing. Zab, anything else?
Boswell over 1.5 field goals. Seems like he always hits that at home. And
This might
they're
not be a
going
bad
little
game to
redemption.
do his points instead, right? Because they may score 3 or 4 touchdowns.
I mean, it's Russell Wilson, so you think they should, but they're going to get field goals.
Yeah.
They're going to want redemption.
Fantasy team.
They lost to him in Cleveland 2 weeks ago. They just played them, so I think they're going to want a redemption. They're going to need this home win. So
yeah, we got some good games to end Sunday for sure. That's going to be a fun game with Seattle and Arizona. Obviously, everyone's going to be intrigued to see what goes on with the Bears-Niners game. Buffalo and the Rams are going to be a highlight, and then you got the Chargers-Chiefs to end the night. So good.
I think that your Bengals are going to smash on Monday.
I mean, dude, I don't even. They're gonna, but like I'm gonna give you the play on Monday. I have a play for that game.
They almost made my picks.
Dude, I have a play for that game that is automatic for Monday. I'm not gonna give it to you now. I'm gonna make you tune in to Monday's show to get that play. But absolutely automatic play, all in, fucking scale in type play for Monday.
Tommy G, fucking 3 days ahead of fucking. He's fucking.
I'm man of retrograde, baby. I shook the retrograde off. I'm ready to fucking rock.
I win every bet because it is my birthday. So
is it?
Oh, yep. You know whose birthday is today, Bill?
Whose?
Giannis. I like his points, rebounds, and assists.
Giannis.
Yeah,
I'm on Giannis tonight too.
Giannis and Bill, 24 hours apart.
Giannis too today.
What do you know? All right. Final words, Bill.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to Bill. Zab, final words.
Happy birthday to Giannis. And
that's awesome. Hoffman, final words.
Karl Anthony Towns, MVP. Tommy was wrong.
I feel like Hoffman's like drifted away. He looks so far away, doesn't he?
I just sat back.
He looks like he's there with Batman. What'd you say, Karl Anthony Towns, MVP? Fuck him.
Yeah.
He'll be the MVP, but then he'll get knocked out first round of the playoffs after he's bench him. But for Howie Dewey, Mike Constantino, Bill Rupp, Zab, and Luke Hoffman, I am Tommy G. Make sure you get over to 4 Deep. We are fucking rocking and rolling. We'll be fucking all weekend long, live bets, every sport, everything you need, and we'll be all over to Twitter again. A lot of college football tonight to really focus on, then a fun weekend of everything else. So see you guys soon. See you Monday, 2:05 p.m. Eastern. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!
This UFC card's actually fucking awesome.
It is.